Hello and welcome to this PHP video tutorial about MySQL and phpMyAdmin. MySQL is basically just a database, if you don't know. So you can store information like username and passwords for your website, if you have a login maybe. So it's pretty useful. If you have WAMP server installed already, then MySQL comes along with it. So all you gotta do is click WAMP server, click on phpMyAdmin, and it goes directly to it. So you'll notice right off the bat there's 3 databases in here. Those are defaults for phpMyAdmin. You don't need to worry about those. So you can create your own database right here, where it says create new database. So I'm going to call new database test or test DB. So click create. There you go. So right now TestDB has no tables, so we can create it ourselves. I'm going to create a table called test table. Give 3 fields. Make it 2. Make it simple. So here you can create your fields. You get a field name, a type, how long the value can be, the coalition, the attributes, if it can be null, the default value, auto increments, primary key, blah blah blah. I'm going to call this first one field 1. I'm going to give it 50 length, and field 2 also 50. Save it. Okay, so we got a new table here, but it has no entries right now. So we can manually put in some entries. Just click on insert at the top, and you can give it values. You can add an entry, basically another row to it. So this is my field 1 value, and this is my field 2 value. So click go. Now when you click browse, it gives you all the entries, which right now there's 1, and you can add as many entries as you want. So yeah, I'm gonna delete that. But what I'm really going to focus on is how to do all this using PHP. And with PHP, it's pretty simple. First thing you need is a user account on this. Right now I'm using the default one, which is called root, and root does not have a password on it. So I'm going to click on home and go down to privileges, and this is all the users, and right now there's I think 2 new user which I created before, and root, which is the default one. So I'm going to create a new user just to show you. My user is going to be the username. The host, just use localhost. Password, I'm going to make it password. This, I'm going to leave that at none. And this is all the privileges. You know, like stuff like creating databases, modifying things. So I'm just going to click on check all because I'm going to make an admin. So click go, and you have created a new user. So now we can actually go into PHP, connect to the database, and then we're going to run queries on it. So I'm going to call MySQL connect, and it wants a server, and remember it was localhost, and that's pretty much going to be the default one for any host that you might have. And the username was called myuser, I think. Hang on. Yeah, myuser. So, and the password was password. So, create that. Next thing we want to do is actually select which of these databases we want to connect to. So, MySQL select DB, and we want to connect to this one, which is TestDB. So just put in TestDB, and now we're connected, and we can run our queries now. I'm going to show you something really basic. If you want to get all the values that are in here, you know, right now there's nothing in there, so I'm going to manually add this again. So just add that in. So now we actually have something in the table to display. So what you can do is do this: SQL equals MySQL query, select asterisk from, and then you put the table name, which is test table, and that's going to just select everything that's in here. It's going to show the value of field 1 and field 2 for every entry that's in there. And right now there's only one entry, so it's only going to output one thing. The next thing is we want to have a while loop, because we want to get every single entry in there. We don't want the first one, we don't want the last one, we would just want every single one. So you're going to do rows equals MySQL fetch associated, which is just shortened for so, and put in your query, which is in SQL. And it's just going to keep getting all of the entries, putting it into an array, putting it into rows, and now rows has the value of every single entry. So we can do a var dump on rows. Right now if I run it, it's only going to show this one entry, because